What is up, you guys? Gamer Life Studio here, back at it with another off the top video. And today we got another Grand Theft Auto 6 update. It just dropped, it's on its newswire, and you already see the title in the thumbnail. You already know. Okay, don't worry, we're gonna get into all the stuff. But first, let's go on to my channel, right? My channel, the one that says right here, and I posted this up on December 31st, 2024, one day before it was about to go into 2025. What does it say right here on the title? GTA 6 release date delayed till 2026, possibly 2027. Everything you need to know. I talked about it, I explained it, I even said right down here in the comment section down below, and I pin it to make sure everybody is clear that I wasn't an insider, didn't claim myself as an insider, I didn't go off of rumors like Jason Schreier, Tom Warren, and all those clowns. I didn't went off of that. I just went off of surface level perspective and the evidence that is right in front of me, which is literally right in front of you, staring at you at this whole entire time. Right? I'm giving you my honest opinion and information and giving you my educated guess. And then right, and I did a 3-month video right here where I said, hey, what's going on? Right? I talked about it. We're looking at the calendar date. 3 months has passed. Nothing happens. And I said to all of those people in the comment section, hey, I'll see you in the next 3 months. If something drops, then we'll be here. We'll talk about it. We'll see what's happening. Right? But I stuck with my guns. I didn't change my narrative or anything. I stuck with it. I said it's going to get delayed till 2026. And now, since we got that all confirmed, let's scroll all the way down. So here's my question. Where all you guys are at? Where are you at? Where you at? Y'all was calling me what? Wait, bro is on drugs. The game is not getting delayed, right? This dude right here, he was the same person that came back over here. He said, he swears up and down. He swears. He said it's not going to get delayed. It's not going to get delayed. What did I told you? It's going to get delayed. And it happened and it's confirmed. You see what I'm talking about? Bro, look at this. Where this dude is at? Bro, it's not getting delayed. It's not delayed. Stop saying dumb shit. Like, look at this. Oh, it's saying all this dumb shit. Look at this. Where's all these people at? So we just making shit up now? Oh, so I was making up shit? It seems like I wasn't. Did I made up some shit? What shit did I made up? I didn't made up nothing. I literally looking at it on the surface level. The evidence is right there and it's staring right in front of you. And I was telling you all about it. Now you're gonna listen? Now you're gonna listen? Hopefully you are. Now you're gonna have to put some respect on my name now. Now you gotta give me respect. After this, all of these people, all you're gonna have to give me my respect now. You're gonna have to give me my respect and my flower. Gamer Life Studio with another W. With another W. Told you it was going to get delayed until 2026. I'm not stupid. I know how this shit works. But you know what? This is why, you know why you think that it was going to come out in 2025? You know who you was listening to? You was listening to these clowns. Every video, every time, I'm going to tell you this. Stop listening to these fucking clowns. Stop listening to them. Mr. Bus for Win. Look at this. Look at this. Nothing but a clown. Look at this. GTA fans is on suicide watch. No, Mr. Boss for the Win. Nobody's on suicide watch. The only one that's on suicide watch is on you. You on suicide watch because you're out of a job until May 26, 2026. They already confirming it, delaying it until then. So, Mr. Boss for the Win, you're out of a job. I'm here to take your place because you don't know what the hell you're talking about. And then look at him making all of these clickbait videos. Look at this. Release date, this date, that, putting Grand Theft Auto this. Look at this. Putting Oblivion. Oh my god. Look at this. All these clickbait videos. And look, that Saint fan ain't no difference either. Look at this. All these. He's out of a job too. Look at this. Out of a job. Ain't talking about nothing. And believing in their garbage. Saying, yeah, believe in those earning calls. Yeah, when those earning calls, he said that it's on track. The CEO said it's on track in 2025. Don't worry, Grand Theft Auto's on track. It's not on track. It wasn't on track to begin with. What are we doing? What are we doing, bro? I'm gonna have to get my water bottle, bro. What are we doing here? And then now you see a whole bunch of people are crying right now. Look at this. GTA 6 delay. Look at this. It got delayed. I'm hurt. Shut the fuck up. Relax. It got delayed. So what? Look, a real gamer can see this a mile away, and guess what? I saw this a mile away and I wasn't crying about it. I already knew that was going to get delayed. That's why I wasn't really sweating about it. You don't see me making videos every single day regurgitating garbage ass information. Hopefully after what I just showed you, hopefully after today, you should subscribe to my channel. And now you're going to listen to me because now I'm going to tell you some real shit. I'm not like one of these regurgitating ass fucking channels that's tell you some bullshit. I'm going to tell you some real deal. Okay? I'm not here to play clickbait, make a vid. No, we're not here for that bullshit. We're cutting down straight to business. That's what we're going to do. Straight to business. You want information? I'll give it to you. You want actual educated answers? I'm gonna give it to you. Like a real gamer should. Not a froster. Not all of these frosters on here that was like, oh my god, look at this. All these dramatic stuff like, stop it. Stop it. Cut that shit out. All this melodramatic bullshit. Look at this. Trying to say, look at this. This dude saying Nintendo Switch 2? Oh. Oh my god, please stop. After this, stop listening to these clowns. If you want to know actual Grand Theft Auto 6 information and tracking, just come to my channel, Gamer Life Studio. Subscribe to it, like and share to my video. That's all I ask for. I'm not hustling you. I don't got ads on my stuff. I'm not sponsored, and I'm not here to try to sell you a once upon a dream. I'm just here to cut you some business and give you some information and set your expectations where it needs to be at. That's what I'm here for. I'm straight to business. I'm not here to play with this garbage. Like, come on now. This is crazy. All these people are crying. Crying. So, with that being said, let's get started with the video itself. You know how we do it around here. We're going to start with all the small stuff. We're going to work our way up. We're going to go into the whole the release date, right? And Rockstar statement. We're going to go on their website, right? We're going to talk about it. I'm going to pull some information out of it, and I'm going to give you my 3 reasons why this game got delayed. And I will actually going to tell you the truth that the date that they putting out there is not going to be the date. And also I'm going to give you more bad news, because it's never good news, it's always bad news. It's unfortunate. I will want to give you guys good news, but unfortunately the way how the statement, how it's been read, it sounds like it's more possible. It sounds like it's possibly could be delayed, pushed back even further until 2027. Okay, So we're going to talk about all that, and then at the end of the video, we're going to wrap it up with the calendar, keep track of what we're doing and where we're at, and then we'll go from there, okay? And then we'll end the video. So hopefully you guys like, share, don't forget to comment and subscribe to my channel, okay? I really do appreciate that. And without further ado, let's get started with this Grand Theft Auto 6 update that just dropped on a Friday. I saw it in the car and I read it. I sat there, I thought about it at the job, what's been going on and stuff. I'm hearing a lot of information and stuff, but again, I'm putting on my own take. I'm trying to scrub out all the garbage out, the shit that is nonsense, that doesn't make any sense, and we're going to be focusing on what really is going on. You want to know the truth, you want to know what's going on, I'm gonna tell you what's going on. That's what I'm here for, okay? So let's get started. First thing first is let's go from the beginning, right? We started small, working our way up. So a reported reason why GTA 6 has been delayed so long, okay? So basically Schreier has already been put a claim, like this is like years ago, that that he heard about GTA 6 is going to be releasing in 2025, but he already knows that it's just basically a placeholder. It was going to be delayed anyway because it would not make any sense, right? And because of the crunch and what's going on at Rockstar, they don't want to rush a game to crunch and everybody got to be stressed out and stuff like that and quitting their jobs. So they're basically like, okay, hey, let's, if we need to delay it, we will delay it. When we get it done, when it's ready and it feels like it needs to be released, we will release it. And so they decided we're going to delay it. Even though that those earnings calls, right? Take-Two CEO was having those earnings calls and he might say, oh no, it's still on track in 2025. But again, this is Rockstar that we're talking about here. Rockstar can make decisions and do whatever they want. So if they said that the game is not ready, they're gonna just let everybody know the game is not ready. That's it. It's going to get delayed. It's unfortunate. But like again, a real gamer like myself could see this a mile away. I don't need Mr. Boss for the win or any whatever. You could even tell from all the way back when they was releasing the first trailer of Grand Theft Auto, right? That was like towards near the tail end of 2023, right? I think it came out around December. I think it was the 5th or the 4th. It was one of those days, right? So when it came out, we saw it. Okay, cool. So a lot of people was expecting in 2024 we're gonna get some screenshots, maybe this or that, and we got absolutely nothing. And then when 2025 rolled around, and even I said, because like again, we know more about these two games, and this is what I said back then, and I'm gonna say it again. We know more about these two games, which is Borderlands 4 and Mafia: The Old Country. We know more about these games than we do know about GTA 6, right? And that's a fact. We have seen it in the Jeff Keighley showcase, right, with the Game Awards, Mafia: The Old Country, right, and then Borderlands 4. Okay, and now we have gotten solid releases. We've seen gameplay not that long ago for Borderlands 4. The release date has moved up for Borderlands 4. Mafia still doesn't have a confirmed release date, but there was a leak that came out that is going to come out in August 8th. Okay, so knowing that these are under the umbrella of 2K, which is underneath the umbrella of Take-Two, right? It wouldn't make no sense that Grand Theft Auto 6 is just going to drop and then both of these studios and their games wouldn't even sell well. Right? It wouldn't make no sense, right? They don't want to pull like an EA. Like EA, what they did was when they made Titanfall 2 at the same time, it was almost under the same week or next to the next week underneath like Battlefield. So Battlefield came out, next week was Titanfall 2. And Titanfall 2 failed because everybody was going to pick one game. So they was going to pick Battlefield over Titanfall. Some people picked Titanfall over Battlefield, but it wasn't a lot of people that did that. A lot of people said, no, I want to play Battlefield. And that's why Titanfall 2 didn't meet sales expectations, because EA was so stupid to release two of their big franchises titles back to back next to each other in the same week, or back to back in the next week. It's crazy. Why would Take-Two do that with both of their studios that they own, that each of these studios got money, budget, and they got to earn that money back? That's why we see marketing, we see this. We know more about these two games, and even coming up, Mafia is going to be in what, like PAX East on May 7th? That's really not that far away. That's literally in a couple of days. And we're going to see gameplay of that. And we still haven't known nothing about Grand Theft Auto 6. This is why I tell you that it was going to get delayed. You could see it a mile away. This was bound to happen. But a lot of these people were saying right here, right? A lot of these people said, no, it's still on track 2025 and all this bullshit. This is why I'm telling you. And I said this before, right? Because we go back right here. And I said this before. And I said this specifically. Okay? Do not believe in shareholders and what they're saying. Because even though they're saying one thing, it doesn't line up to what we see right now in reality. It doesn't line up. If things doesn't line up, then like whatever, right? If they was talking about like, the Mafia, the old country, and they was talking about Borderlands 4, saying, oh yeah, we're gonna have a great sale this year, it's gonna be like this, blah blah blah. Let's say the Take-Two, the CEO, was talking about those two games. That lines up. That makes sense because we're seeing trailers, we're seeing it on the Steam page. We're hearing announcements. We're going to get more gameplay. We just saw gameplay of Borderlands 4 like a week ago or a couple of days ago. It happened on their state of play. So we saw Borderlands 4 gameplay for the first time. They talked about it, showed off the game, right? That's called marketing. The marketing is ramping up for both of those titles to be ready for release, and people are going to be ready to pre-order the game and spend money. That's what you do. But we didn't get that in Grand Theft Auto 6. And I told you that the shareholders, they have to line up in what they're saying. So if Take-Two was talking about Borderlands and Mafia the Old Country, then that lines up. We can see that happening right before our eyes. Okay, we can see it. But then when they talking about, okay, well, Grand Theft Auto 5 is in track in 2025, right? And he's saying, yeah, it's still on track. Okay, so if it's on track, why we haven't seen anything? We haven't seen no screenshots drop. We haven't seen no interviews. We haven't even seen Game Informer have an interview with Rockstar talking about gameplay mechanics, this and that, magazine cover, nothing. We haven't seen or heard nothing, not a peep. We haven't seen anything or heard anything in 2024, and we're in 2025. We are in 4 month in, going into our 5th month in May. So we're in four month and probably like 2 or 3 days into May. It's crazy. And we still haven't known nothing about GTA. Now we got something that dropped and they officially came out that it's going to be delayed, which is crazy. So we'll go right here, right? And we'll look at it to ourselves. So we see we're on the Rockstar Newswire. And we're coming down here. I'm not going to read this out loud because I think a lot of people have already read this. You could read it for yourself. I think everybody knows about it. Everybody read it. Everybody was talking about it. I'm not going to regurgitate it, right? But we do know one thing for sure, that Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming in May 26, 2026. So that was a delay. It's crazy because that means that it came out in 2023 at the tail end. Then they skipped 4. Now we're in 5. We're in 2025. And now they're saying it's delayed till 2026. That's basically almost damn near a 2-year delay. That's almost basically like a 2-year delay. And again, we're going to analyze this because I don't even believe in this date right here. This date right here, it seems more like a placeholder than an actual release date. Because a lot of people now are trying to make it seem like, oh, well, this is like the actual release date. Like this got to be the release date, and I don't think so. No, it's not. So let's talk about it like this. Okay, let's put it like this. let's break it down. Because first off, when we're looking at this date right here, right? It says May 26, 2026, right? Now, I'm going to show the calendar thing at the end. But the first thing I'm going to tell you right now is this is not going to release in May. That's for sure. Most likely, this game is going to release near the holiday window. So be expecting for a second delay for a couple of months. That's what my thought process works here, because I know how this works. I know how it works. You know, they might say one date for this, and then next thing you know, they're gonna delay it and put it for another date. I think Grand Theft Auto 5 released in September 13th, 2013. So if that is the case, right? Actually, we can go right here too. I think, because I got this right here. So I think, yeah, 9/17. 2013, September, October, November. It should say right here. I think it's September. Yeah, I think the release date was September or something. Nine 17 2013. I think it was the 13th, or it is, or officially. Oh, okay. So I was wrong. So it's not the 13th. My bad. So it was on the 17th. So it released on September 17th, 2013. So they release it. Okay. So we know that is going to release then, right? And this right here, I'm pretty sure is going to be delayed, because, like, again, if we go back, a lot of people during 2012, because the second trailer came out right there, then they show more stuff. They all thought this was going to release around November, like, you know, stuff like that. But then they like, no, we can't make it in November. We're going to release it in, you know, whatever, next year, 2013. A lot of people were speculating it's going to release 2012, but that didn't fall through. They delayed it and they pushed it back to 2013. That's when it released. So we could be seeing that same pattern here, where it could be released 2026, but could push back a little bit to the holiday season, probably like September, October, or November of 2026. Or, like, again, it could be a possibility that could be delayed even further to 2027. Just by reading this statement right here, usually what gives that away, that it's bad news. It really is. It sucks. I don't want to give you guys bad news. I really don't. But this is unfortunately, but it's the truth. Because even if you read this for yourself, right, it doesn't sound like it has a whole lot of confidence. Sometimes when you read statements like this, like, oh yeah, we delayed it and stuff like that, but here's some screenshots. Boom. Okay, hey, we've seen some of the screenshots. Here's a little teaser trailer or something, like, to kind of hold us over, like, whatever. Like, okay, they have even shown no screenshots whatsoever. This is literally just the logo and a blank page right here, all black. That's it, nothing more. And I don't even think they're updated their website. Nope, because the website still says it's 2025, even though they announced that they delayed it until 2026. So they didn't even update their website for this. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. But I'm just jumping all over the place. Let me slow down for a minute. So what I said before, this right here, this May 26, 2026, that's not the actual release date. It's going to get delayed the second time. It's going to release around holiday. That makes more sense because, again, people on vacation, people, you know, family, they want to relax, they want to get away, you know, they got off from work, and they want to sit down and play this game. So what better time to release it near the holiday season, which it makes sense, right? Why would you release it in May? Why you could release it in the holiday season, September, October, November, around December. Like, it's perfect. So I don't think it's going to release. That's not the release date, like the actual date. I think that's a placeholder. So for anybody that thinks like this release date is 100% like, yes, it's confirmed 2026, I suggest you should hold your horses, because I think this is just more like a placeholder. Because if you count the amount of month from where we at now to there, that's basically is one whole year time. That's one whole year. So from May going into May, that's like literally about one whole year in a couple of weeks. So I will say hold off on that, because it could get delayed again. Maybe not a lot, but it could be just a couple of months. That could happen. So there's that. Another thing is too, that again, with the whole statement, right? When you read this, I've read it like at least like 2 or 3 times. I know everybody at the end is trying to go for this one right here. We will share more information soon. Like, come on, like, I heard that way too many times. Like, we heard that back in like 2023 when they announced it. Do this. Hey, we'll give you guys more information soon. 2024 was absolutely nothing. They did not give out no information, no screenshot, no nothing. So personally for me, I don't believe in that they're gonna announce anything soon at all. The only thing that they might change is this, but I don't know if they're gonna add in a screenshot on here, they're gonna update this or whatever. But I'm pretty sure somebody can just simply just come in here and say, okay, let's change the release date here, and just put down May something, whatever, and then save it and then be done with it, and they don't have to put out a screenshot. So they can easily do that too, you know. So yeah, it's just, and it doesn't, and even with this right here, without like releasing some screenshot or something, it sounds like to me it's gonna get delayed even further to 2027. For real, because this really sounds like it's still like long ways away. Like, okay, put it like this way. I think when we go here, right, when I was doing the whole marketing stuff and the campaign wise, we still haven't seen the marketing ramped up at all. All we got is we got a trailer, right, from 2023. Cool. There was nothing in 2024. Now we're in 2025, and we got an announcement that is going to get delayed until 2026. Still no screenshots, still no trailers, still no nothing, right? So what made me believe that, because like again, if you go down here, right, October 25th 2011, this is when it first announced, you know, GTA 5, right? And then October, November, that's literally like a month away, they showed off the first trailer of the game, right? Show off the first trailer, right? And then after that, you know, November 3rd, and then March 22nd 2012, right? That's next year. So the next year, from 2011 and next year, then they show off and say, hey, in July they drop in screenshots, boom, boom, boom. August they drop more screenshots. Another August they drop more screenshots. So in July they drop only 2 screenshots of GTA 5, right? And this is where it got me a bit concerned, because when they do this and said this, and you know, they announced it and stuff like that and show a trailer, then they announced it that they delayed it, but they haven't even shown no screenshots. That led me to believe that it might get pushed back even further. Because usually when you have screenshots, like like this, like when back in GTA 5, when they was putting out screenshots, they put out 2. That's how you know, like, okay, the game should be at like 80% going into 90 to 100%. Like it's almost like 20% of it is almost done. They're probably at the phase of where they're testing it, they're making changes, they're replaying the game, they're ironing out the bugs and stuff like that. They're making sure, you know, things that work, the environment. So they really are going full, like they're pretty much is almost done. That's why they could drop screenshots, because it's about to be almost to that point where, yeah, this game is gonna look good. It's about to be done. It looks great. I'm like, okay, fine, you know, right? Fair enough, right? It's going to be almost done. But without screenshots, right? What we don't see here, we got no screenshots. That makes me a little bit worried, because we waited over a year and 4 months right now, and we're going into May. Well, 4 months and we're going into May, so this is the 5th month without no screenshots, which is crazy. Because, like, again, we look at right here to GTA 5 2011, and then next year after that, boom, they dropped the screenshots. 2023, nothing throughout 2024, and we still got nothing in 2025. So that makes me concerned that this game is farther out. This could be maybe their game is at right now, hypothetically speaking, right? Putting in a percentage, I believe that if they're not showing screenshot, if they don't really show screenshot during the course of in the next couple of months or so, then I'm pretty sure that this game is probably like between like 70-75%. Like, they got a quarter away to get there, but it's still a long way to get there. So I don't think it's going to be done like in 2026 and be ready to release in 2026. Like, again, I really highly doubt that. I really do. Like, doubt that it's going to release in 2026. It could be a possibility. It could be really is a possibility, depending on when are they going to drop screenshots, information about the game, you know, right? Could it be maybe like 3, 4, or 5 months later? That could be a possibility. We're gonna have to check out the calendar, but for right now, I'm not too confident in this. So I want you to temper your expectations. This release date right here is a placeholder. This is not like an official, like, yeah, GTA 6 coming out May 26, 2026. Let's go. Don't hold your horses. I don't believe this is the official release date. I think it's going to release during holiday season around September, October, or November. You know, whatever, 26th, 23rd, whatever on 2026, but not May. Definitely not. It doesn't spell out like a load of confidence for me. It just doesn't. It's crazy because, like, again, like I was on the impression of, like, I was like, at least we could see like a screenshot or two. I wasn't expecting a trailer. I think a trailer would have been shown off like later in the year, because we're in May, we're still early. So I was thinking about trailer 2 be like shown off in, like, let's say maybe like August, September, October season. I was thinking about like trailer 2 around there, November season. But I don't know, it doesn't give me a load of confidence right now, like what's going on. Yeah, definitely doesn't give me a load of confidence that it may not be released in 2026. It could be released in 2027, but we have to wait and see. I'm going to keep track of it, but so far what I'm reading and how I'm thinking right now and looking at everything, it seems less and less likely that this game is going to release in 2026. It's going to be pushed over to 2027. It's for real. I really am believing in that it possibly could be releasing in 2027. Like, again, it seems like they're so far away, and I don't know. But that's all I can get from out of this. So let's move on to the other things where a lot of people have been making up these like stupid speculations on this shit. So the speculation is like this, where they saying like, oh well, the release date got delayed. Well, this is why, right? There's this one there's this one like kind of like thing why, you know, oh, GTA 6 is going to be in 2025 was because of Borderlands. I was like, wait a minute, so Borderlands 4 moved up release date and they thinking like, oh yeah, GTA 6 is gonna slide on in there. I have literally chuckled and laughed. Like, there's no way in hell. That is the most stupidest thing that anybody could have just thought. That's like, what the fuck are you smoking? Like, that's the most dumbest thing you can ever come up with. Like, who is thinking that? Like, nobody, like, yo, if I wouldn't even believe in that at all. Like I'll just laugh. I'll laugh my ass out the room. Like, get the fuck out of here. Right? And then the next thing right here, it says for GTA 6 got delayed because of the Switch 2. I'm like, wait, so GTA 6 got delayed all because of the Switch 2? Oh my god. Oh my god. Stop this. Stop this dumb shit. Oh my god. Look. Do you understand? Do you understand that yes, Nintendo, you know, has Grand Theft Auto games, but those are old games or remake games. I don't even think they have Grand Theft Auto 4. I don't even think it's on the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch. I don't even think GTA is on the Nintendo Switch. I don't think they did that. I could be wrong, but last time I checked, I never heard of Grand Theft Auto running on the Switch. Maybe Grand Theft Auto 5 can run on the Switch too. That's one thing, but Grand Theft Auto 6 running on the Switch too? Come on now, let's keep it a buck here. As much as motherfuckers out here are like Nintendo shills and fanboys and dick riding for Nintendo, let's all stop the cap. It ain't gonna happen. And I know people gonna say, well, Cyberpunk 2077 is running on there. But let's be real here. Like Nintendo, like when you're talking about Rockstar focus on two of the main consoles, PlayStation and Xbox. Okay? PC is like 2 years later. They'll make something for us. And I'm damn sure they ain't delaying it for PC. Because they already got it running on a PC. They already got that running on a PC. I don't think like they're worried about like, oh shit, they're delaying it because they're gonna release it for us at the same time. I think what they're gonna do is just like how they did traditionally. They're gonna release it on console, then they're gonna go to PC, and then, you know, whatever, they're gonna make another enhanced edition for the new gen console, whatever the next gen console will call, PlayStation 6 and Xbox Series X 2, whatever, right? So there's that. And like, again, these are just two stupid things. Like, please stop listening to these type of people. So let me give you my 3 reasons why Grand Theft Auto 6 is getting delayed for. Like, real reasons, not bullshit. Okay? And a lot of these does make a lot of sense though. Okay? Let's start off with the first one here. The first one here is, right, is the whole, you know, $80 games, right? So the Nintendo Switch 2, right? They open up Pandora box, they crack it open, and they say, hey, our Mario Kart game will cost $80, right? And then what happened? Then Xbox follows suit, raising their prices and their games to $80, right? And their consoles and some of their peripherals, they raised up the price, right? And we already know what's going to happen next. You know, PlayStation is going to get in on the action. They're not going to miss out this opportunity. Okay, they're not going to miss it. Because if Xbox is doing it, Nintendo is doing it, PlayStation will be following suit. They will be following suit. Even though PlayStation raised their prices first for $70, and now Nintendo raised it up again to $80, and then Xbox is following suit, raising their game prices up to $80. So PlayStation is not going to be left out in the cold. They're going to be raising their prices too to $80. When will that be? Who knows? I tell you one thing, it's definitely going to be way before GTA 6 ever going to launch, and they're going to be definitely be prepared for it. Because you know why? Because a lot of people are going to go do what? They're going to run out there, buy consoles, and guess what? They're going to be buying the game. And who knows? Maybe Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to cost $100. It may not be 80. Maybe 80 could be the standard, and then if you want the digital deluxe edition, it's going to be $100 and something. That could be the case too. So that's one reason why I think they're going to delay it, because hey, if Xbox is out here raising their prices of their console and their games at $80, then we already know, Sony is going to follow suit. They just didn't do it at the same time that they did it. So let's delay our stuff, be patient, and let Sony start raising up their prices. So then when they raise up their prices, so then when GTA 6 do launch, they can launch $80, MSRP, and whatever up, digital deluxe, $100 something, whatever, and then like the other premium edition be like $130, whatever the case may be. That's what I think they're gonna pretty much do. Again, these corporations and these developers and publishers are here for business. They're here to make money. They are not your friends, okay? They are never your friends. And again, this is like a pretty much a smart move for a publisher to say, hey, just delay the game, hold it off, wait till PlayStation. Because remember, PlayStation do have 75 million console sales, and that number probably went up. So 75 million, that $80 for Grand Theft Auto, or $100 and something for digital deluxe edition, that's a lot of money. That's going to make the shareholders happy. They're going to be making money, right? That's what it is. I can't. It's called business. It's called business. I'm just a consumer, right? I can choose whether or not to play this game or not, or pay for it. So that's just me. But from a business perspective, they're here to get money. They're here to make money and get money. So this is what they have to do. So I wouldn't be surprised. PlayStation will soon, in a couple of weeks or whatever, they're going to announce their price hike and raising their prices up to whatever in the US. You're going to raise it up to $80, and they're going to probably raise up their console more. That could be it. So there's that. So that's one reason why I think Grand Theft Auto 6 is getting delayed. And the second reason, right, that I thought about was this right here. The GTA Online 2.0. Okay? Hear me out on this one and listen very carefully. Now, it makes more sense that we all know that GTA Online going to have a 2.0. They're not going to use the old whatever. They're going to leave GTA 5 Online, their servers off to the side. They're going to have new servers, new racks for what? GTA Online 2.0. And remember, they have to copy the same map that they did in Grand Theft Auto 6 single player, and then they're going to have to copy that map, and then they're going to have to say, okay, we need to copy this map and the layout, and now we got to transfer whatever, or add in like whatever online component stuff that players can do in the game, right? Which is going to take even more work, because remember, Grand Theft Auto 5, if I'm not mistaken, because if we go back up to this point, right, because I know, for example, that I think they wanted to release the online version and the single player at the same time, but that didn't happen, so they had to stagger the release date. Yeah, so this is right here. So this is when the official gameplay video for the Grand Theft Auto Online, and that release in August. Yeah, no wait, nope. So August 15th. So August 15th they released it, and then the game came out in and then the release date came out in September 17th, 2013. And then I think online, no. Okay, right here. So okay, right here. Is it? So yeah, so basically it was released on October 1st, 2013. So September, the game released, and in October, like about a month or a couple of weeks, then when it's hit October, then the online, but you couldn't really get into online. So it was pretty much a hassle. It was pretty much a hassle. I remember that. The experience was like pretty much, and it says it right here too. Grand Theft Auto Online made available, but unfortunately, circumstances as players experience many bugs while trying to get online. Yeah, trying to even get in online, they got lagged out, they got kicked out. It was a bunch of stuff, so they gotta fix it and update it and stuff. But so yeah, it was a staggered release, right? It was a staggered release. So since this is going to be GTA Online 2.0, right? So they probably learned the lessons that they learned from the first one. I will hope so. And remember, like again, the map is going to be 5 times bigger. And now you have to copy that and make a separate. I don't think they're going to put it under one disc or like one thing. I think they're going to make it separate. But I don't know if they're going to charge people. That's the thing. So there's things about GTA Online 2.0 we are not sure about. We can go on and on about it all day and go tit for tat, but I'm just letting you know that this could be one of those holdups where they're trying to, get the map together, put the features in there, getting all this stuff. So maybe the game is almost done, but they probably said, okay, maybe we still need to work on that GTA Online 2.0 because it doesn't seem like it's going to be closer to release. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think what they're trying to do is, because again, in the first Grand Theft Auto 5 game and online, they wanted to try to release both of them together, but that didn't make the cut, so they had to stagger release it. They say, okay, we'll put the game out, it still sell copies, and we'll work on the online. I don't know if they're going to do it for the GTA Online 2.0, but I think their goal is to try to get it closer into the same release date, or just maybe a week apart. Like where if they say, okay, we release GTA, GTA 6, that's released, and then a week later, the online is available. But they want to try to release it basically both together. I think that makes sense. That makes more money. And plus, if you really think about it, if you look at Call of Duty, right? Call of Duty always been, each and every year, Call of Duty always been have what? Multiplayer, campaign, and zombies and Warzone all ready to go. So then anybody that's jumping into playing Call of Duty, they can go where they want to go. They want to go with the campaign first and then multiplayer, they can. They want to jump into multiplayer then zombies, they can do that. If they want to jump into Warzone and then after multiplayer, they can do that, right? They can pick and choose where they want to go to play their games and what they want to do first, right? So I'm thinking that, like again, maybe, Take-Two, the CEO, had a talk with Rockstar, like, hey, can we get the online to where it needs to be at and closer to release? And maybe they say, hey, we can't really do it. The single player game is almost done, but the online needs to be worked. Hey, let's just put out a delay. That could be one of those reasons right there too. And again, it's a lot of work. It's an undertaking job. But when we get closer to information about GTA Online 2.0, we'll talk about it. But overall, I think it still is an undertaking to do, because they don't want to release the game bare bones like how they did with Grand Theft Auto 5, Grand Theft Auto Online, because it was bare bones and had problems. So this time around, I think they're gonna give them that extra time, and that could possibly might push them to lead over to and might release in 2027, because if if they're going to make the single player, then the online is going to be another massive undertaking. I don't know how long did they work for the online thing, but this is almost like we gotta wait and see. I can only guess and speculate at this point, but this could be another of those really good reasons why it's delayed. Like, really is. And might push it to 2027 for Grand Theft Auto 6 release date. If they want the, GTA Online 2.0 to be closer to release date, closer in line, instead of like far apart in terms of month. So that's the second reason why I think Grand Theft Auto 6 is getting delayed. Now, the third and final reason that is going to get delayed is because of the game itself. Grand Theft Auto 6 itself. Remember, Grand Theft Auto 6 and how big this game is going to have to try to fit into the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. Okay? And we can already see right here, Grand Theft Auto 6 will reportedly be running at 30 on PS5 and Xbox Series X. It doesn't say PS5 Pro, but I'm giving you guys a warning right now, and I'm letting you know. So hear me very clearly and hear me well. If you're going to spend $80 or $100 on this game, and especially on any of these consoles, it doesn't matter if it's the low-end consoles on the Series S, it doesn't matter if it's on the high-end on the PS5 Pro. No matter which one you pick, I'm going to let you know this right now, and I'm going to state this. That game will be running across the board 30 FPS, and I'm stating it right now. Okay? No ifs, ands, or buts, no, whatever. I'm letting you know. I'm letting you know. If you do decide to buy this game, I'm making this clear right now. It's going to run at 30 FPS, especially on that PS5 Pro. It will be. This is not rocket science. It's not hard. I've been on PC for a long time. And I have played Grand Theft Auto 5 when it launched on the 360 on that console, and it was a struggle. It was a struggle. Let me tell you something. When Grand Theft Auto released it on PC, and I went back on that 360, bro, it was a night and day difference. It was a night and day difference. There is no competition on that one. So you can only imagine, right? That same concept, that where, yeah, they make the game look pretty and all this stuff, but trying to cram all of that stuff into the PlayStation 5 and the Series X, knowing that these are old hardware. And the PS5 Pro, yes, PS5 Pro has graphical stuff, but graphics don't mean nothing if you do not improve the CPU. And I'm stating this right now. This game is CPU intensive. This is not GPU bound. This is not GPU intensive. It is CPU. Okay? Let's go look at it together. And I think I mentioned this even on my 3-month update video, that even Digital Foundry, when they did the Grand Theft Auto 5 expanded and enhanced edition, right? Digital Foundry, when they tried to do ray tracing on a 13-year-old game, he even said it right there. It is CPU intensive on a 13-year-old game on a PC. Then you can already imagine what is it going to be like for Grand Theft Auto 6 running on the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, and even on the Pro. It is going to be CPU intensive. It's gonna be 3 times that. If it's that intensive on a PC, you can only imagine what it's going to be on a console. I'm staring at you and I'm looking at you right in the face. I'm just letting you know. Don't get mad at me. I'm just keeping it a buck with you. So if you are going to plan on spending money on this game, make sure that you are accepting and you are able to be okay running the game at 30 FPS. Because if you're not okay with that shit, then I suggest go get yourself a PC. Okay? I'm just letting you know. You want to spend your money? Hey, spend it how you want to spend it. But let me tell you something. For me, I'm not getting me no console to play GTA 6. I'm not doing it. I think I learned my lesson more than enough. And I think there was plenty of lessons throughout this whole entire generation. Remember when Cyberpunk 2077 was releasing on old gen consoles? On the Xbox One X, the Xbox One, and then what, the PlayStation 4? It was running. Ooh, bro, they had to cut down so much draw distances, this graphic, they had to cut down so much just to make that shit fit in that game, and the whatever the performance, whatever it is, to make that shit run. And they only had like I think it's like a 1.6 update, and that was the last update. They didn't even update it anymore for the old gen console for Cyberpunk. All the new updates is for the next gen. That's what they did. But for the old one, they said, yeah, we're gonna stop it right here, and that's it. They should have just released that game onto next gen. They'll be okay. But since they claimed like, oh, we're gonna release it in old gen consoles and stuff like that, it's going to run, it's going to be amazing. And it turned out it was a broken, buggy mess, and it was shit. Right? We got that, and let's not forget Red Dead Redemption 2. Red Dead Redemption 2 was running on a PS4. This is how it sounds like. Red Dead Redemption 2. Red Dead Redemption 1 don't even sound like this. When they went up to Red Dead Redemption 2 on that PlayStation 4 base model, that shit sounded like a jet engine. And I can only imagine that the Xbox One was sweating bullets inside of that VCR machine. I can only imagine. I can only imagine how that shit was running. And we all know Red Dead Redemption 2, it is graphically intensive and it's CPU intensive. And it was struggling on the PlayStation 4, sweating bullets, about to sound like it's about to take a Sony airline. Even if somebody else said it better than myself. Sony airline 337-456, ready to take off. For real. I can only imagine. That shit was taking off, sweating bullets, trying to run Red Dead Redemption 2. So I'm just letting you know right now. This game, yes, look. We'll pop it up right here. This game looks beautiful. All of this stuff, right? It looks beautiful. It looks really, really beautiful. I like it. I do love it. But this is where the part where I'm sitting here saying, because if we pause right here, this is what I'm saying. This big ass open world map that's gonna be what, 5 times bigger, or 5 times bigger than what, Grand Theft Auto 5? So if it's 5 times bigger, so that means if we took the map that we already have and we place it around like 5 times, that's how big that shit is. It's gonna be crazy. And you think it's gonna run fucking 60 FPS? Hell no. All of this shit right here, I know right here for sure. This shit right here alone is easily running on a PC. This is running on a PC. It's not running on no PS5 Pro. It ain't running on no fucking damn near Xbox Series X. Not even the base PS5. This shit is running on full PC. I can tell you right now, this is CPU intensive. The boats moving, cars, all of this is CPU intensive. All of this shit, bro. It looks beautiful, it looks great, but yo, you can tell this is CPU intensive. Even like this part right here. This part is CPU intensive. Look how many cars line up. You got pedestrians walking, all of this stuff. I guarantee you they're gonna cut most of this stuff down, like draw distances and stuff like that. They're gonna have to cut some of it down, because there's no way in hell that it's going to run at 60 FPS with all of this shit going on, including the open world, the lights, the skybox, all of this shit. This shit looks like it's running on a PC, high end. It looks like it's running on a 4080. Dead ass. Like, yo, like it's not. This ain't no fucking PS5 Pro. I fucking doubt it. But again, this is one of those examples. What I said, this is This is GTA 5 running on the PlayStation 3, right? We all thought this looked so amazing. Wow, it looks good and all that stuff. But then years later, when we start seeing graphics getting more and more better, right? Look at this. Look at the night and day difference. Look at that. That right there alone on the PC made that PlayStation 3 look like shit. Like, bro, like, wait, what? We all thought that PlayStation 3 looks amazing, and it didn't. We had to do like this with our eyes, like, wait a minute, what? That shit look incredible. Holy fuck, I could see clearly in the distance. I don't see no shivering. Bro, night and day difference. This is a night and day difference. Look at this in comparison. Look at this. Look how blurry this is. Look how crystal clear over here. I'm telling you. And then what? And then we're talking about what? GTA 6 right here? Bro, you are definitely, by all means of the stretch of imagination, you are definitely not getting something like look at this. This right here is all CPU intensive. All the NPCs and stuff, cars, the boats, people are lounging around. This is all CPU intensive. There is no way in hell that you're gonna see all of this right here on the PlayStation 5 or on your PlayStation 5 Pro or even on the Series X. You're not getting all of this. Most of the NPCs will be gone. Some of this will be gone. Draw distances would have been cut like all the way over here. Like, it's not going to be nothing but a blur. Bro, this is definitely running on a high-end PC at Rockstar Studio. It's running on a high-end PC. It's not running on no PS5 Pro. You can tell right off the bat. All of these NPCs and stuff, that ain't happening. It's not happening. Come on. And then all of this going on with all these cars and stuff like that. This shit looks crazy. It looks good, but there's no way in hell. Like, look at this. All these cars, this, that, parking lots, all the boats and stuff moving. Look, even a big ass fucking yacht ship over there. A big ass yacht ship just like sailing along. No way in hell. Not with the old CPU that you still have. You're gonna have to wait for the next gen consoles. When that start rolling out, then I can sit here and say, yeah, you can get GTA 6 for $80 to $100, and it's gonna be worth every penny because it's gonna run at 60 for next gen, not this gen, next gen. Because there's no way in hell it's not gonna run like, no way. You're not gonna get all this. I can already tell you right off the bat. I'm just like, again, I'm just putting it in the perspective of just like, again, setting expectations here. I don't want you to think like, oh yeah, I'm just setting expectations where it needs to be at, and hopefully it will give you enough time in the decision what you want to do. Do you want to do you want to wait and go get yourself a PC and pay for $80 to $100 to get all of the bells and whistles? Or are you happy and satisfied that you're going to be okay running it at 30 FPS and this current console? Or are you going to wait for next gen console and then pick this up for GTA 6 and spend $80 to $100? For me personally, I don't speak for everyone, but for me, I'm going to be waiting for it. Yes, it's going to be a long wait, but anyway, you are going to be waiting for GTA 6 anyway, so we're still waiting for this. It's a wait, and then there's going to be another wait. It's going to be even longer. So for me, I'm not worried about it because I'm like, look, I'm already waiting as it is. It's all good. I'm not worried about it. I'm not sweating about it. I already got my PC. I'll be patient and I'll wait until that game release onto the PC, and then that means when I pay for it, all the bells and whistles is going to be great. I'm going to get everything what I need on the PC, which is great. I'm happy with that. So there you go. So we about to start wrapping this up, and so let's go move on to the calendar, right? All right, so here we go. We're here on the calendar, right? So let's go recap here. What did I predict was right? What was wrong? So we was 2025, January, February, March. I did my update video right. I said it from the beginning what's going to go happen. Nothing happened in those 3 months. Did my update, went through April. That's done. Nothing there. Then May hits. GTA 6 got officially confirmed with a delay. It's on the 2nd on Friday. There we go. And pretty much I was on point between Mafia and Borderlands 4 release date, between a time window between June and going into August. So at least we know Mafia is not official yet, but when it does get officially, it might be delayed, it might stay the same. But for what we've seen for the leaks, that it says is going to be set in August 8th for Mafia, the old country. So at least I know the Mafia, we know because we saw it at the I think the Game Awards of 2024, right? They show off this game and they said it's going to be releasing during the summer. So we got a little bit of a timeline where it's at. So it's pretty much just right on point. I don't think they're going to drop anything during here because I think, Mafia is going to be shown off with some gameplay during the 7th at PAX East, if anything. So PAX East, they're going to show off some gameplay of the Mafia game, which I'm excited for, and I probably will do like a reaction. We'll break it down. We'll talk about it because I do want to play a Mafia game. I really do. I played the first Mafia, second Mafia, third one, and now we're going to get into the old country. So I'm going to be playing that as well. So I'm very excited for that. And then when we move down to here, Borderlands 4, I was correct about that timeline of that release window. I said either September, October, November. Possibility could be December. So we already see the original release date used to be on the 23rd. Now they moved out the release date on the 12th. And no, GTA 6 was not involved. It's not going to slip into here, so we don't have to worry about it because it's going to be delayed until when? Like I said before, 2026, which is already confirmed and is already happening. Good. So that's happening now. What I said right here, GTA 6 trailer 2 delay. This is where I was saying like maybe they're gonna release a trailer and say, hey, here's what it is, and this might get delayed. Could we possibly still see a trailer 2 maybe this year? Maybe, possibly. The only thing that I can sit here and say with confidence that we might going to get to see this, I'm like fingers crossed, I'm hoping that we do, right? But to give a good estimate date is probably going to be around the holiday season. But if I had to place my bet, it would be either in October, November, or December. And the reason why I say December, because again, the Game Awards, they can easily just drop it at the Game Awards, a trailer for GTA 6 second trailer, and then they can start doing the marketing ramp up from the beginning of January, February, heading into March, April, and May. They could do that too, because then that way, because we know it's going to delay to here, which is GTA 6 new date, and the new date is on the 26th of May in 2026. So they can do that, or they can release it in November and then start marketing ramp up all the way in January, February, March, April, and then going right here. Like I said earlier, I don't believe in this new date. I think they're going to delay it again for another couple months, heading into like either October or November. That it could be the release date or September, because this right here is the GTA 6 release date window, which I did mark it right here. So be expecting that most likely this is just a placeholder for now. I don't think it's going to be the actual official release date of like Grand Theft Auto, 6. I'm not holding my breath. I think it's going to be another delay heading into the holiday season. It makes more sense for holiday season. Again, people is on break. People and on top of that, it's like you're releasing it on a Tuesday, right after Memorial Day. It's like, why would you do that? I think it's better to just release it in the holiday season. People got more time off. People can play the game and enjoy it. There's going to be no college, no whatever school and stuff, and people can actually like sit down and play this game. So I'm thinking that that new release date is just another placeholder. Is going to get delayed until the release window right here, but it still might be a possibility it could release in 2027. Now I'm not going to predict that because we got to see how the rest of the year plays out in 2025. Are they going to release a trailer too? I'm not holding my breath, but again, if I had to make a guess, it's either November or December. Could be earlier in October or September, but I'm hedging my bets on November or December. We might possibly could see maybe screenshots Mike can drop or some type of information about GTA. Could be maybe in September or October. Maybe they might drop saying, hey, look, we're putting out 2 screenshots, boom, or 3 screenshots, whatever, right? That could be a possibility too. So something can drop in 2025, right? So those are my possibilities that I could see, and then the marketing will start ramping up in 2026. But that's if the marketing is going to ramp up in 2026. Because if it doesn't start here, because we know Mafia is taking off this block, Borderlands is on this block. If we don't see marketing starting like around here, like July, August, September, October, November, December for GTA 6, then most likely possibility it might get a slight delay to here. But even if we don't hear nothing from here, then it could lead into going into 2027, unfortunately. So we have to wait and see. We're going to keep our eyes and ears open, but it seems like my theory, my predictions and my estimated and what I'm looking at right here and keeping track, it seems like I'm pretty much on point. So at least I'm on point with Borderlands and Mafia. I was on point with Grand Theft Auto 6 is getting delayed till 2026. That happened on May 2nd. That's done. Now we're going to see how the rest of the calendar year plays out. Are they going to release screenshots? Are they going to release maybe some tidbits about GTA, some gameplay, some information, maybe from a Q&A section? Or are they going to drop trailer 2? Now, if they're going to drop trailer 2, like again, I will say November or December. Could be earlier, but I'm hedging my bets around there because I think they want to give Mafia its space and room. They don't want to disrupt that at all. And also they want to give Borderlands a space as well. So again, it could be in October, November, December for trailer 2, or possibly could maybe drop some actual screenshots for once. Like maybe first week they drop 2 screenshots, maybe next week another 2-3 more screenshots, and then we can break that down and talk about it. So there's that, and we'll keep track of that. But other than that, that's all I really have for you guys. So hopefully you guys do enjoy this updated video. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think? So far with the delays happening, what do you think about the delay? Do you have a reason why is it getting delayed, or is there other reasons? Let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your thoughts and your opinion. We'll have an open discussion just like we did in the last 2 videos. We'll have a discussion here in this video. So hopefully you guys do enjoy. Make sure you like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Okay, you owe me for that, because everything I said, I was on point. You owe me for that. Okay, give me my flowers, give me my respect. Okay, Gamer Life Studio with another W. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.